Reality TV. Toxic. Toxic. Welcome to the King Moolah TV podcast. Welcome. All right, y'all. Let me get everything going here. Okay. So reality TV, what's going on with this, huh? Reality TV. I want to give y'all a little briefing on reality TV. On reality TV. You know what I want to do? I want to give y'all a little debriefing on reality TV. And I already said that. Reality TV is... First, let's go to when it started. The early 2000s, as I remember it. If it started earlier than that, oh well. That's where it started for me. That's when it started for me, was the early 2000s. And when we have that Flavor of Love, that Rock of Love, and all the other ones. That's the reality TV that I wanted. When it went downhill and it actually started becoming scripted, Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, all of that stuff scripted. That's when it got bad. That's when it became like, okay, this is not good for the culture. And now we got Zeus Network. With that, just the primary thing, Bad Girls Club Online and all that. That's where we got. That's what we had. I don't even know, Jersey Shore and I guess whatever else. Not a good look for the reality TV. But now I'm mainly speaking specifically in the black community. Toxic reality TV is like a big thing, and that plays into the bigger thing of toxic media within the black community that is projected out into the black community. All these negative stereotypes and how a lot of black women are loud, they're ghetto, they fight a lot, they argue a lot. You know, there's just no like positive attributes when it comes to the reality TV. When you see reality TV, they're always fighting, they're always arguing, they're always snappy with attitudes. They're never soft, they're never loving, they're never caring, they're never kind. And that is, to me and to many others, a clear agenda being pushed out to us. That is a clear agenda. That is clear propaganda as propaganda is defined. Okay? And speaking of defining, let's do a word of the day. Elucidate. I could have sworn I felt like this was one I already seen. Elucidate. Let me give you a second one just to make sure. Elucidate means to make clear or easy to understand. Let's go with another word of the day. Okay. Torify. See if I said that right.
Torify.
Yeah, cool. Torify. And that means to subject something in parentheses, to subject something to fire or intense heat. Torify. Okay. Well, speaking of intense heat, I'm putting reality TV on the burner, on the Bunsen burner. I'm throwing it in the fire. I'm making it catch fire. However they say that phrase, but yeah. I'm putting it in the spotlight. Toxic reality TV sucks. And this comes from somebody who actually likes drama, and not the drama where it's like scripted and like that. Well, entertainment wise, all of it is scripted, but just to be Mr. Captain Obvious. But and I'm talking about captivating dramas, something that's actually relatable to people's lives. Everybody, you can't be toxic 24/7. That just makes no sense. It literally makes no sense, and that's all that they give you. That's all that they give us when we're watching shows that people that look like us. That's all that they show us. Every time you see us doing a lot better, it's not in reality TV, really. It's usually in like fantasy, and it's usually not with one another. It's usually outside of our race. It's usually outside of anything that is shown, that's been shown to us. And it's usually something we got to look for as well too. So that is a big thing that I think should be something that should be talked about more, something that should be addressed more, and something that we should actually move away from. Because once we start moving away from and actually showing that, oh, we really do not act like this. Like no black person on earth acts like that 24/7. Even the toxic ones don't act like that 24/7. So what are they really doing? They're just making it seem like we do that. There's just no way. It does not happen. It does not happen at all. So we got to move away from things like that, because it absolutely makes no sense. Like Zeus Network, trash. I would never, ever, ever support them. Ever. I know there was a recent person who got in there because he caught a lot of social media attention. They used to call him the Ninja Turtle. Now, if you know who that is, if you ever seen Pop the Balloon, you would know. I just pretty much gave you the biggest hint ever. But if you don't know who I'm talking about, just look it up. Ninja Turtle, Pop the Balloon, put those two and two together, you'll quickly find out who I'm talking about. And he's all over social media now as well. So you gotta know. You just gotta know. So even then, I see the clips and the highlights, but then I'm just like, this man just doing this all the time now. Before that, he wasn't even doing all that. Now he is doing all that because he's trying to maintain that image, I guess. So can't really say I'm gonna support him at all, because I'm just, if I'm scrolling through my timeline and I see him, I'll watch. But other than that, that's it. I'm not going out of my way to watch him be reckless, or get into fights. No point. I'm not gonna do that. I got better things to do anyways. And people need to find better things to do anyways if they're going to, or find better things to watch. Seriously. Clean up your algorithm. You can do that by unfollowing pages that are giving you negative stuff. Like start clicking onto pages that would expand your interests outside of what you've been given, and you should be able to see your algorithm change. But you got to be consistent in it. It's not just doing it one time and then it's forever. Sometimes that's what the algorithm does. It gives you something one time, you interact with it, and then that's all that they show that more and more. But for the things that are like educational, or for the thing that's inspiring or motivating, it doesn't push it as much. But you got to be consistent. And I'm going to give you the solution to that. If you get in a lot of content that is toxic or very bad, you have to scroll. That is one of the things that you have to scroll past it. You got to scroll past it. Do not interact with it at all. Don't click on it. Don't comment. Don't share. Don't save. Don't do nothing. Scroll past it immediately. Now, how would you know if you don't at least watch a little bit of it? Well, okay, so maybe you do have to watch just a tiny bit of it. But once you recognize, and you should recognize pretty easily that it is toxic, scroll. But it's mostly because you're interacting with it, which is mainly through the likes and the comments and the sharing and the saving. Once you don't do any of those, it will more than likely start dropping. It will more than likely be you will see it'll be less likely for it to be up on your feed, and you can have new things that you can feed that you can that will show up on your feed. And that's just how it works. You just gotta, if you don't want to watch toxic, for people who do not like the toxic at all, continue to follow all the positive pages or all the pages that have your interest in mind if you're getting away from toxic reality TV. Now, TV, you don't have a lot of people do not have cable, they're streaming, so you literally have the choice not to watch. It's not like it's TV programming where there's a schedule and then you can, and it comes on at this time. No, you can literally pick whatever you want to watch outside of that. You can watch whatever. So honestly, not really much of an excuse, because you can just get off of it and then not give it any more of your time and energy. So once you do that, you're good. You're good. Once you do that, you're good. And then you can move on to bigger and better things. You can move on to actual shows that mean something, that are actually meaningful, that are actually relatable. And they can be dramas too. But they can be something, or something that you want to aspire to. Something that you want in your life for yourself. Like a relationship, like where, they're going a little bit above and beyond or something like that. Or they're doing a lot more meaningful, thoughtful things for their partner, and you want that for yourself, and it makes you feel a certain way, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good about yourself, and makes you feel really good at what you're watching. So I think that's very important that you absolutely should incorporate those things if you're not the type that actually wants to watch toxic reality TV. Because listen, there's so many options outside of toxic reality TV. They need your viewership. Without your viewership, they're nothing. And people need to start being more confident in expanding, especially Black people who are expanding outside of those toxic reality shows. Okay, they're not the early reality shows like Flavor of Love and Rock of Band. Those were good. Those were actually real. Those weren't scripted. They may probably have still had writers on there, but I'm pretty sure all of that stuff was real. Let's just be honest. I personally believe that all of that was real, even with writers in the credits and stuff like that, because the writers didn't have much say of how the girls behaved. Yes, they had security ready and stuff like that, but you can really tell what was really genuine, like genuine girls or whatever was going on that didn't like each other or were actually speaking with their own mind and not actually being told to fight, versus now where that's what they do. That's literally the script. And the craziest part, reveals, like one of the stars of one of those toxic reality TV shows were revealing, like they would stitch audio together that were not even said in the same time period, and they'll put those together and make it seem like they said that around the same time frame. And and also with the camera positioning, they make it seem like people that are looking around every time when something that they want to be dramatized, to give some type of shock value. A lot of the times they're looking around, not in that same time period as well. So that's what they would call that's the editing portion. That's the post editing that would make it seem that way. So we really need to get away from toxic reality TV. It's not good for us, and it just highlights only negative things about Black culture, and it's not needed. Especially Black American culture, it is not needed. There's no need to. We can see that stuff outside if we have to, and even outside, it's not even perpetuated that much. A lot of times in the ghettos, in the hoods, and stuff like that, it's really quiet. So It's only certain times where you can pay attention, and it's just like, yeah, okay, so it is pretty bad. But a lot of the times it's pretty quiet. Like, the ghetto is not as loud and noisy and crazy as they always portray on TV. And this isn't even in the ghetto. These are in nice, expensive houses, and they're making it seem like black people in nice, expensive houses don't know how to act. Do you not understand that how bad that is? That is horrible. Can't be doing that. That's absolutely unnecessary ways to make people behave just for profit, just for fake TV. That's fake. All of that stuff is fake. Just for reality TV, and all the participants definitely should be held accountable on that, because I get it, they're trying to get a bag or whatever, but the bag should not mean putting down the culture at all. It should not be glorifying or highlighting the negative aspects of the culture. You can highlighting is one thing, but glorifying is completely unnecessary, and it's unworthy of our time and energy. It's just not worth it. I don't ever see myself doing something like that just so I can get some money out of it, a check. Knowing that I'm putting the image of black people down, why would I want to participate in that? I want more beautiful, positive, impactful stories of black people with the right black representation. Okay, with us actually in loving, healthy, happy relationships, homes, and us doing like sci-fi things, and us doing a lot of fantasy, mystery, cool drama things, us actually protecting each other, and us actually, being on code. That is what I want to see. And that's what I've been searching for, and I've been finding it. It's a lot of independent media out there, and a lot of people still aren't in the space to be looking out. They're just given what they're being spoon-fed through televised programming or streaming platforms that they're actually looking for, or that they're not really looking outside of that. And they should be. They really should be. Listen, I think it's very important. We got to get back to that. We got to cancel reality TV. Cancel culture needs to be canceling reality TV, not just canceling what we think is wrong. What in certain things about cancel culture are wrong in itself, or the way that people try to cancel the wrong things. Yeah, but we should definitely cancel reality TV, toxic reality TV. There's other forms of reality TV that aren't toxic, which is like home improvement, and there are a lot of relationship ones as well, like Love is Blind. That's a good one, but they get a little toxic in there. They get pretty toxic in there, but it's not bad to where it's like, this is how they are 24/7. It's just showing how it's highlighting behaviors of people and how things aren't working out because people aren't actually aligning, and the truth comes in, or the real world sets in. And that can go across all the platforms and everything. So, yeah. That being said, drink y'all water, man. I need some water after this. I'm gonna drink some after this because my throat is getting kind of dry. I've been putting a lot more work into this and doing the formatting and stuff like that. So my throat is a little dry now. So I'm definitely going to get some hydration in it. And yeah, definitely. So you should hydrate too. Get your vitamin D's, dietary supplements. Also go to the sun, which is the original source of vitamin D. So get your vitamin D dietary supplements and other nutritional supplements to help you get that nutrition that your body so needs, okay? And be kind to people. A lot of things that people are going through, not toxic 24/7, but they're going through some things, okay? So yeah, be kind to people, and it's gonna benefit you, I promise. It's going to benefit you in your mood, and it should. It should. And if you don't think it benefits your mood, it's definitely going to benefit theirs, the person that you're being kind to. The person that you're being kind to. All right, so I'm King. It's the King Moolah TV podcast, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Seriously, I truly appreciate it.